So we have been given a force system and there are four number of forces: 300, 50, 200 and 400 Newton. And these forces are having some inclination with respect to x and y axis. Okay, this is the positive x axis, this is negative x plus y, and this is minus y. So the first step while we are trying to determine resultant of given force system is to resolve all the forces that are inclined to those respective axes. So let's start from this force 300 Newton. This one's is 300 cos of 30 degree. Okay, this one is cos because 300 Newton force is making an angle of 30 degree with respect to x-axis. That's why the component which is parallel to x-axis should be the cos component. We already discussed that in the video where we saw how do we resolve the forces. Okay, now this one is going to be 300 sine of 30 degree. Then 50 Newton force needs no resolution because it is already on x-axis, perfectly horizontal toward minus x-axis. That's why it has no inclination. That's why it needs no resolution at all. And this 200 Newton force, let's try to draw the component. Since the 200 Newton force is pointing outward of the quadrant, the components will also be pointing in outward direction. This is going to be 200 sine of 60 degree. This is going to be 200 cos of 60 degree. Now this one, let's just draw two mutually perpendicular component, and specifically here you can see the pointing, the direction of the force is toward the origin, that is toward the center of the axis system. That's why since the force is pointing inward, the component will also be pointing inward. Now this 400 Newton force is making an angle of 10 degree with respect to y axis. That's why the component of 400 Newton which is parallel to y axis should be the cos component. That's why this is going to be 400 cos of 10 degree, and this one, the one which left out, becomes the sine component. 400 sine of how much? 10 degree. So the step 1 is complete. Now let's go to step 2, which is determination of summation fx and fy. So let's write here step number 2 and summation fx. So in summation fx, what components or forces are going to be there? In first quadrant, from the first quadrant, 300 cos of 30 degree, and the sign associated with that component is plus 300 cos of 30 degree. Then let's try to see some forces in second quadrant. Okay, we can see a 50 Newton force lying on the x-axis along negative x-axis. That's why the sign convention associated with that should be minus 50 Newton. Okay, then in third quadrant we can see 200 cos of 60 pointing toward the left side of x-axis. That's why it should be taken as minus 200 cos of 60 degree. Okay, and finally in the fourth quadrant we can see 400 sine of 10 pointing towards left of x-axis, that is minus negative x-axis. That's why it should be taken as minus 400 sine of 10 degree. Okay, and if you put all these values in the calculator, then you get the answer as 40.35 Newton. Alright, then similarly we can determine the value of fy, and we will be picking the components or forces which are directed toward plus or minus, that is positive or negative y-axis. So the first force or component comes here as plus 300 sine of 30, and the sign associated with 300 sine of 30 is positive because the force or component is pointing toward the positive y-axis. Alright, then in second quadrant no force or component is there. In third quadrant we are having 200 sine of 60, and since it is in downward direction we will take it as minus 200 sine of 60 degree. Okay, and in the fourth quadrant we are having this 400 cos of 10 degree. Okay, and since it is in upward direction, we will take it as 400 cos of 10 degree. And if you calculate the same just like you did during fx, you will get the answer as 370.72 Newton. Okay, here we are maintaining the digits at second position after the decimal point. Okay, now come to step number 3, which is determination of magnitude of the resultant. Now this is step number 3, and we calculate R as square root of summation of squares of fx and fy, summation fx and summation fy. Okay, summation fx square plus summation fy square, and we are having fx and fy here. We have calculated that, so it becomes 40.35 square plus 370.72 square. Again, use the calculator, input this, and we are going to get 372.90 Newton. This is the value of R. Okay, so this is the first thing that we know about resultant, that is its magnitude. Let's keep it highlighted. Okay, this one is important. We have highlighted this. Now the third thing is the magnitude of the resultant. Now the fourth thing is inclination of the resultant with respect to x-axis. Now what we know about theta is, it is the inclination of resultant that it makes with x-axis. Okay, therefore the formula tan inverse of, again remember, it is summation fy by summation fx. Okay, and you don't need to consider the sign convention while you are putting the values of summation fy and summation fx here. Tan inverse of directly 370.72 divided by 40.35. Okay, again use calculator, do the function, and you get the value as 83.78. And the final thing that we need to know regarding our resultant is the position, the quadrantal position. Okay, in which quadrant our resultant is going to be there. Therefore Q, and what we need to know, the sign convention shown by summation fx and summation fy. Now let's look at summation fx. What is the sign here? Summation fx has shown positive sign, summation fy has shown positive sign. Therefore the sign convention should be plus comma plus. And which quadrant shows the plus comma plus sign? It is quadrant number 1, first quadrant. Therefore here we know everything regarding our resultant, that is its magnitude in Newton, then its inclination with x-axis, that is the value of theta, and which quadrant where it lies, where it is positioned. Okay, therefore let's try to draw the final diagram here. Okay, this is the x-axis, this one's y-axis. Now we will draw our resultant here. Quadrant is first, therefore in first quadrant draw a force, show R is equal to 372.90 Newton. Okay, first quadrant magnitude and inclination with x-axis, which is theta is equal to 83.78 degree. So this is the final answer, where we are showing a diagram that shows the composition of the force system that was initially given in the problem, and the force system comprised of 4 forces, 50 Newton on x-axis, 200 Newton, 400 Newton, and this 300 Newton force. And whatever the action these 4 forces were causing on the axis system, the same action is being carried out by this resultant R having magnitude 372.90 and being inclined to x-axis with inclination of theta is equal to 83.78 degree. So that was another problem regarding composition of forces. I hope you understood. In order to have more clarity how we are taking these components with respect to x and y axis as cos and sine, do check the playlist where we have determined number of example where we just took forces with some inclination and then we determined the components, the respective mutually perpendicular components with sine and cos, which one's sine and which one's cos. So that was all for today. Till then, take care. Bye bye.